of my pregnancy, and we just came back from our trip and baby shower and my brother's wedding, and everything went really well. It was kind of uncomfortable to fly. At certain times the seat belts are just not the most comfortable things on the plane, around your belly. I know in the car when you wear a seatbelt when you're pregnant, it needs to be resting on your hip bones, so on your pelvis kind of area, and that's more difficult, or has proven to be more difficult on an airplane. So that was a little tricky on the trip. Also, I was really experiencing this past weekend round ligament pain, so it's like a pulling right, basically in the pelvic region, like right below your belly button, the bottom curvature of the belly. If you look at like a pregnant woman's belly, the bottom part of it, that's where it's really been pulling and painful. And a lot of it, it's just how your muscles are expanding. So that was uncomfortable. I'd say there's not been any crazy cravings this week to report back on. Nothing crazy as far as food. We ate a lot of really good rich food over the course of our trip. So when we both came back, I feel like Monday was, we got back at 1 a.m. on Monday, and both of us were just really full of all the rich food and weren't really interested in a lot of, like dense food. So this week we are not going grocery shopping. We have another trip coming up on Saturday. On Saturday we are going to Ireland, so our plan this week is not to grocery shop at all. Try to use up things that we have in the house, so hopefully that goes well. I think we finally solidified that tomato, like products that have too much tomato in them, or dishes that have too much tomato in them, are what is making me usually throw up or like upset stomach kind of thing. So maybe in the future we will probably avoid some of those things in our meal choices for now. Yesterday I was able to see my friend who had her baby. She was late. I hope I'm not late. And it was a big baby. He's like 9 pounds. Super cute. Lots of hair. That poor woman. I always say that when people say that they had a large baby. You poor thing. Anyways, so we had a really good time seeing family and friends, and the shower was really good. I'll probably do a video just on shower details, baby shower details, because there was a lot of great things, like something that my dad made, just a beautiful labor of love that I will have to show you. And then just a lot of the thoughtfulness and all the gifts that were given. I will do a video all on that. For now, I did find through the airport that wearing comfortable shoes was a great choice. The Toms were really good to wear. They were easy to slip on, easy to slip off. I did not go through any x-ray machines just to reduce dose. When you're flying, you are susceptible to radiation because of where your airplane is in the hemisphere. So I avoided going through x-ray equipment as far as the screening process through security to avoid additional x-ray. So I did do a pat down, which was fine. I think it just took longer because the woman had to describe what she was going to do before she did the pat down. And I think I'm not easily annoyed. I would rather just have it done and over with and be safe. But she has to say that because so many people get annoyed and they might come back to say something to her. Anything else? My hair's been really nice. It's growing really well. Nails have been good still. Sleeping wise, sometimes it's really uncomfortable, like more so uncomfortable to roll over. I think it's going back to that round ligament pain. I might for our upcoming travel use the KP tape. It's the stuff you see on Olympic players a lot along muscles. You can use it for belly support. So I actually invested in that rather than getting like a belly support band or anything. So I'm going to probably utilize that for our travels next week. I will tell you how that goes. Hopefully that goes well. I'm still wearing a mix of maternity clothes and my old clothes. So I did mention before I updated to maternity jeans, and that has been a nice switch. But I'm still transitioning, or still wearing some non-maternity clothes, and that has not been a problem. I did invest for the wedding, and the wedding we're going to in a week. Some nylons or pantyhose or whatever you want to call them to go under dresses, and that was super helpful to get from Motherhood Maternity. I did get whatever was the cheapest one. I think it was $6 in order to get by, and that is what I used underneath my dresses, and that worked really, really well. With our travels, I think Ben and I are upping the vitamin C. We have the vitamin C vitamin supplements, so just to prevent, we both were a little groggy Sunday morning, and we don't know if that was from travel or anybody that we met. The other thing I'm going to do probably tonight, I'm going to pick up some distilled water and run our humidifier, probably just to make sure we're still good before this next trip. I'd like us to stay healthy and not cough and things like that. When you're pregnant, you're more susceptible. Your immune system is down a little bit so that you're basically not killing off your child, is what my understanding is. So because of that, I am at higher risk to get a cold or things like that. So I would like to run the humidifier just to help with that. I get dry on the plane anyway, so on the plane with travel, I do think when you're pregnant, drinking more water than you're used to is best. I was still dry. I woke up afterwards in the night with major Charlie horses. Even though I drank so much more than I'm used to drinking, it still wasn't enough. So like, if you're pregnant flying, drink more water than you think. Planes are dry and you really need it. So I would say that was probably another helpful tip for flying pregnant. And chapstick is really good as well. You're just really easily dried out, I think. But other than that, I think it was really good, and I think I'm just going to have lots of pillows for this next trip for sleeping wise if I need to. But I actually did pretty well sleeping. I don't know if it was just a really comfortable bed that helped. But anyways, and we'll do belly stuff, and until next time, bye guys. Oh, and there will be no video next week because of our travels. I don't think I'll be able to make a video. If I do, it will be posted late, so it'll become the 32-week video, and I will post it right before the 34-week is the plan. So don't expect anything posted at all next week.